Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I am going to discuss about mandibular division of trigeminal nerve, which is will discuss about its course. I will discuss about its branches. So mandibular division, which is third branch of trigeminal nerve, largest branch, and a mixed branch. The other two are sensory. So before going into the detail, we will discuss about trigeminal ganglion. This is trigeminal ganglion. From this, three root arises. First one is ophthalmic, next one is maxillary, and the third one is mandibular, which we will discuss about that. This is mandibular. Mandibular is a mixed. One is sensory and the other is motor. Both roots sensory, motor. Both roots come out from the trigeminal ganglion and come out of the cranial cavity through the foramen ovale. From the foramen ovale, when it comes out, they get united, they get married and form a trunk. For 2 to 3 millimeters, they get united, and after that, they start separated and give rise to two divisions: anterior division, which is a small one; posterior division, which is a large one. So every one of this gives rise to branches, which I will going to discuss. Before going on to the detail, when it comes out of the foramen ovale, there is a small ganglion attached here, which is called otic ganglion, which serves as sensory supply, parasympathetic supply for the parotid gland. Serve as a pathway, as a channel for supply of the sensory as well as some parasympathetic supply for the parotid gland. So trunk, which is a union of sensory as well as motor, when it comes out of the foramen ovale, from the trunk two branches arises. The one is spinosus, and the second is nerve to medial pterygoid. Nerve to spinosus, it combines with the middle meningeal artery and goes into the foramen spinosum and supplies dura mater. Nerve to the medial pterygoid, it supplies medial pterygoid muscle as well as tensor villi palatini and tensor tympani. So these are the two branches arises from the trunk: spinosus, nerve to medial pterygoid. When it gets separated, it gives rise to two branches: anterior division and posterior division. Anterior division, which then again gave rise to, so second one is anterior division. From this anterior division, buccal nerve arises. Buccal nerve and nerve to muscle of mastication, जिसमें हमारे पास lateral pterygoid, temporalis and masseter, which is encountered. Buccal nerve and nerve to muscle of mastication. Buccal nerve, which supplies buccal soft tissues of molars area. So these are the nerves branches arises from the anterior division. Now we come across with the posterior division. Posterior division gives rise to nerves like auriculotemporal nerve, inferior alveolar nerve, lingual nerve and mylohyoid nerve. These are the nerves which arises from the posterior division. So we will discuss about only posterior division, the other divisions which we have discussed already. Now posterior division, it gives rise to auriculotemporal nerve, mylohyoid nerve, inferior alveolar nerve and lingual nerve. So auriculotemporal nerve, when it comes out, they go separately and one go anterior and the other goes posterior to the middle meningeal artery, just like this. Middle meningeal artery is between them, and when it comes out of this, they get united and form one vessel and carries supply to the parotid gland. Then parasympathetic supply which comes from the glossopharyngeal nerve, from the inferior salivary nucleus of medulla oblongata. In medulla oblongata there is inferior salivary nucleus, which when stimulated they get parasympathetic supply to the tympanic nerve, which get anastomosis to form a tympanic plexus. From this tympanic plexus, a nerve arises which is called greater petrosal nerve. This greater petrosal nerve then combines with aortic ganglion, and from this aortic ganglion it carries postganglionic sensation to the combines with the auriculotemporal nerve and carries supplies to the parotid gland. So this is tympanic nerve, again combined with the tympanic plexus to form tympanic plexus. From the tympanic plexus, greater petrosal nerve arises, which goes to the aortic ganglion. From the aortic ganglion, they carry postganglionic fibers, which combines with the auriculotemporal nerve of the posterior division and carries supply to the parotid gland. So this is about auriculotemporal nerve, which supplies the parotid gland as well as TMJ region and skin of TMJ area. Lingual nerve, which is anteromedial to the inferior alveolar nerve, that goes down, and there is a small ganglion which is submandibular ganglion. Then it goes to the and supplies 2/3 of the tongue, general sensation for the tongue, floor of the mouth, as well as buccal gingiva, lingual gingiva of teeth, and also submandibular glands and sublingual glands. They also carry parasympathetic supply from the this is facial nerve in superior salivary nucleus, which is in bones. In bone area there is superior salivary nucleus, which when stimulated they get parasympathetic supply, which combine with the chorda tympani, which carries taste sensation to the anterior 2/3 of the tongue. This chorda tympani combines with lingual nerve and carries parasympathetic supply to the glands, submandibular gland as well as sublingual gland. So this is about lingual nerve, and it arises anterior medial to the inferior alveolar nerve. This inferior alveolar nerve, it comes down, and before it goes into the submandibular canal, into the mandibular canals, it gives rise to nerve to the mylohyoid which supplies mylohyoid muscle as well as anterior belly of digastric. These muscles are supplied by nerve to the mylohyoid. Inferior alveolar nerve, which comes down and enter the mandibular canal and comes out of the mandibular canal as mental foramen, and incisive nerve. So these are the mental nerve, which is a terminal branch of the inferior alveolar nerve. So these are the nerve supply of the mandible. So this is mandibular division, which is going to be. So this is mandibular division, in which